Hey friends, the time has come. The moment has arrived. I will finally be making Kendall of the Raw Advantages potato salad. Raw vegan, totally delicious, nutritious, out of this world scrumptious. I first saw his recipe video about a year ago and I was actually water fasting at the time. So I was drooling myself, starving, just looking at that recipe thinking, oh my god, this looks heavenly. So I'm really excited to finally be making the recipe and giving it a try. I was really inspired because I have a bunch of ripe avocados right now and the recipe calls for 2 avocados. So I was like, why not? You know, it's summertime. I'm craving something kind of summery, hearty, different, and why not, y'all? Why not? So let's get to it. Starting out, chopping up 2 zucchini and 8 cremini mushrooms. Y'all should really check out his recipe video, obviously, to get the full recipe. I'm sure if you've made it here, you've already heard of him because he has quite a following and lots of very awesome videos. So the idea here is just to chunk it up kind of in potato-like pieces. So not a super fine chop, kind of a hearty chop. And the zucchinis and the mushrooms will be dehydrated for a few hours, maybe 3 hours, something like that. Not a complete dehydrate, but more of like a soften up and help them resemble more of a potato or a cooked texture. The recipe also calls for cauliflower, so the mushrooms, the zucchini, and the cauliflower all together are going to give you that potato type texture, raw vegan edition. And the cauliflower I'm using is actually some I had already prepped up in the freezer. I thought I was going to make a different recipe like months ago and it never happened. I lost my taste for cauliflower for a while. And so it's just sat in the freezer for a long time, just like, hey, use me, use me. And so today, friends, finally, that cauliflower will also get its moment to shine. And if you don't already know this, when you freeze things like cauliflower and then eat them either partially dehydrated or, yeah, especially partially dehydrated, then they will really have kind of a cooked texture, which is fun to play with. So with the mushrooms, I think I'm gonna remove the stems so these don't get too big. I'm learning how to multitask better with these recipe videos. Kind of funny, as I am very much a mindfully trained chef, like do one thing at a time kind of person. And I mean, all the time I spent cooking in more like spiritually based kitchens. Like, I like to prep food in silence a lot of the time, so this is a nice change of pace for me, but brings with it challenges because I want to talk to you and I also want to do a good job, you know, prepping whatever I'm actually working with, right? Showing y'all how to do stuff the right way, or at least an effective way, an intentional way. Chris also mentions that if you don't have a dehydrator, you can just prep everything like I have here and place the ingredients on some kind of platter in the sunshine for a few hours, and that will also do the trick. Honestly, I mean, I'm in Arizona. I could probably just stick this outside and it'd be about the same as the dehydrator. But I have a dehydrator. I'm very blessed. I have a very nice Excalibur dehydrator, so I will use that. All right. Now I'll put these in and check back in with you at the next stage of the recipe. All right, friends, we're gonna finish up this delicious potato salad recipe. I'm so excited. It smells so good in here thanks to our dehydrated vegetables. And I've got them in a bowl here. They're nice and warm. They really did dehydrate up very, very well. See if you can see them there. So I chopped the cauliflower up into smaller pieces. They were in florets and they were frozen, like I said, and I let them thaw at room temperature, and then I decided to go ahead and just dehydrate those as well. So that's what I did. That's a little different than what Kendall recommends. He actually soaks them, but he soaks fresh cauliflower, so it's a bit of a difference. We'll see how this does. I'm sure it will be very, very tasty. So we've got those all together in a bowl. I dehydrated them for about 3 hours, making sure to rotate the trays, kind of mix them around so that they dehydrated evenly. That can be very important. And if you notice they're getting too dry but you're not quite ready to make the recipe, put them in a bowl or something like this, mix it together and place it in your dehydrator, and it will continue to dehydrate and warm up but not dry out quite as quickly. It'll retain more moisture and yet stay warm and stay kind of, you know, creating that kind of cooked feel. So without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and make the sauce. Very simple. I've got 2 teaspoons of whole mustard seeds in the blender. Went ahead and ground those up so they're nice and fresh and potent. Gonna be super yummy. We've got 1 zucchini going on in. I've got the ends of 4 green onions, the white part. I've also got half of a jalapeno. It was a super big one. I don't know how spicy it's gonna be. This is an optional ingredient. I also have 2 of these really cute little baby, I mean, we're talking like maybe a centimeter jalapeno peppers that I grew in my little pot outside. And then we have 1 whole avocado is going in, and you know, I'm sure you could probably use less if you needed to, but I'm going to use a whole one here because I have an abundance of fresh ripe avocado right now. Such a treat. I'm sure it'll make the recipe ultra creamy, delicious. And Chris mentions that in his video, that this could be 2 portions or even like a side dish for, you know, 4 to 6 people. So I may not eat all of this. We've got another avocado that actually goes in the rest of it. So it is on the higher fat side, but you know, you can always share this with some friends, some family, a nice little barbecue treat. Impress everybody. All right, so we will give that a blend. Smells really, really good. Oh yeah. Ooh, that has a kick. That mustard powder. That jalapeno. No joke, friends. No joke. It's hot. I'm glad I only added half. Be mindful of that. Especially my pitta dosha friends. If your pitta is out of balance, maybe skip the jalapeno. And what I mean by out of balance is if like you're having diarrhea, if you're having rashes, inflammation, that kind of thing. Lots of anger, irritability, hot all the time, digesting your food really fast, hungry all the time, quick to anger. All of these are signs that pitta is out of balance, whether mental or physical. So I am tossing the sauce in with everything else, the veggies. It is looking very nice and creamy up in there. Very nice and creamy. Smells so good. And then I've got my other avocado here. I'm just chunking up. This is gonna be so rich and creamy, dreamy. I never really was a fan of potato salad, but I am a fan of potatoes, definitely. And the other day I was like thinking about them, so I think that's why I'm making this now. I don't want to eat potatoes, and yet I do want the potato-like experience in raw form. Now, just gonna add this. And then he says to do like a gentle toss, right? You wanna preserve the chunks as much as you can. So that's why I did like the pre-toss. Normally I don't like to blend avocado because I'm so in love with its texture. But since this recipe, it's like the best of both worlds. You get to blend some and you get some in cube form. So Chris knows what he's doing. Mad respect. I'm also gonna put some chopped green onion and dill. Not all of it, because I want to reserve some for pretty little garnish situation. So I will save a little bit here, and the rest we will toss in here with the light toss. Oh y'all, this looks and smells so good. Better than potato salad. I just wasn't a fan of mayonnaise. I know for a lot of people that's a hard thing to like give up when you go vegan. For me, I was like, dude, this stuff is nasty. Anyways, so in my mind, I was like, how do I want to serve this? Obviously with a bunch of romaine arranged beautifully on a platter. So this is what we've got. We've got romaine flour action, gorgeousness. And this entire thing of potato salad is gonna go right on top. That's how we do. I think it's gonna be awesome. Presentation, y'all, it's important. Especially for introducing people to this way of eating. Like if it looks pretty, it's so much more inviting and enticing. So this is when the green onions come in handy. Additional herbaliciousness coming at you. And if I wanted to, I could add more of this. We'll see how this goes, right? But yes, friends, that is it. Chris Kendall's potato salad. Now it's time for the taste test. I want to get like a bite of everything: zucchini, mushroom, cauli, and avo, and herbs. So smell is really fragrant, really nice. Look is quite appealing. Now flavor. It's really good. Honestly, y'all, I don't know what potato salad really tastes like, because like I said, I was never a fan. It was never calling to me. But this, whatever this is, it's really, really good. Now, me, from a chef standpoint, I'm thinking, needs more salt, needs acid. So, I'm gonna put some dulse flakes on this, and I'm gonna get some lime wedges for on the side, and I think I'll be a very happy camper, and whoever gets to try this will also be a very happy camper. So go check out Chris's channel, The Raw Advantage. He has a great website too with blogs, and all of his recipes are really, really good. So yeah, thanks for watching this video. Hopefully it's inspiring you to try some different things out in the kitchen with raw foods. Get in there, y'all, have some fun. It's really great to create with such beautiful, fresh ingredients that make your heart, your mind, your body, everything feel open, alive, and good. So much love to you. Like this video if you like it, subscribe for more. I've got videos coming out like every day, y'all. I'm on a roll, so roll with me. Let's go. Let's go places. Let's grow together. All right. See you next time. Bye.